What's up, y'all? Out here at the range today, as you can see, a beautiful sunny day out here. Temperature's really nice, low to mid 50s out here, but the wind is absolutely whipping, so it gets a little chilly. You might see me switching back and forth to a coat here and there, and hopefully it ain't blowing my tripods and stuff over, but we're gonna try to keep them upright. As you can see by the thumbnail and the title on this one, we're doing some more armor testing out here today, and this thanks again to the folks over at RTS Tactical. Y'all know I did a video a couple weeks ago with their level 3+ special threat hard steel armor. Very good stuff. I mean, it took pretty much anything we threw at it all the way up to 30-06, which is not even really rated for, 308, 50 Beowulf. It took everything and the kitchen sink. But this time we stepping it up a notch here. What they've sent to me now is their level 4 ceramic composite armor plate. So ceramic plate this time. This stuff is level 4. It's rated for multiple 30-06 AP rounds. Multiple 30-06 AP rounds. That is absolutely incredible if it can actually stop multiple 30-06 AP rounds. Now, unfortunately, I don't have 30-06 AP rounds out here. I've got some 30-06, but there's no AP, but we're going to definitely hit it with multiple 30-06 rounds. But like I said, last time they sent us some of this right here. This is their level 3+. Now, this is steel. As you can see, much thinner. I would say, I don't know, a 1/4 inch thickness maybe on this. This right here, the ceramic is 1.1 inches, so a little bit over 1 inch. Like I said, I hadn't measured this steel, but it looks like it's about 1/4 of an inch. So definitely some strength and weaknesses out of using steel versus ceramic. Both of them's got their plus, both of them's got their minuses. A little bit thicker on the ceramic, a little bit lighter on the ceramic though. This ceramic plate weighs 6.3 pounds. This steel plate is 7.9 pounds. So good bit of difference in the weight there. But to be honest with you, just holding them and wearing them in a plate carrier, it's not that big of a difference. So like I say, strength and weaknesses on each end. I'm gonna do this very similar to how we did the steel plate. You know, I've got this cheap Amazon plate carrier that I bought. This is not from RTS Tactical, so none of the quality or anything reflects anything from RTS Tactical on this plate carrier. I just wanted to buy a little cheapy one so when I tore it all to pieces, I wouldn't feel bad ruining a nice plate carrier. So, but as y'all can see, that steel plate test really put a workout on this thing. You had a lot of fragmentation from the bullets hitting the steel that just ripped it open pretty much all the way around. So what I'm gonna do this time, I'm gonna flip it over. This part's not damaged at all, so I'm gonna put the ceramic plate carrier in this backside, see what kind of action it has on it. Now what we're gonna be using to test it today, I'm not even gonna bother with the 9mm 44 mag. I'm not even gonna bother with any of the handgun rounds at all, because there's no doubt this is gonna stop those easily. The steel plate did, level 4 ceramic, there's no doubt it'll stop that easily. So we're gonna move straight on up to the rifle rounds. So I'm gonna start out with the 5.56 M855s. Those will be running out of the 18-inch Ruger MPR, so 18-inch barrel, getting some nice velocity out of those. Then I'm gonna hit it with some 7.62x39 tool ammo, just 122 grain full metal jacket. Probably really no need to try this one before the 308, but we didn't use this one last time, so I figured I'd bring it on out so the AK guys didn't disown me. So I'm gonna run that through the PSA GF3. Then next up is gonna be the M80 ball, the 308 148 grain full metal jacket. That of course is gonna be running out of the PSA, the 20-inch barreled AR chambered in 308. What I'll do is probably hit just one round of each of those and check out and see what we got, and then we'll move it on up to the 30-06. So obviously, like I said, I don't have any 30-06 AP rounds, so I'm just going to use these Winchester 30-06 150 grain extreme points. So that's probably the closest thing to an FMJ I've got, to be honest with you. The rest of them soft points. This and the soft points is probably about the same, but 150 grain. These things are calling for 2,900 feet per second muzzle velocity, so they definitely moving on out. Those I'm gonna be running out of my Remington Woodsmaster Model 750 with the 22-inch barrel. So let me get our armor target set up out there and let's get started. All right, y'all, let's get this party started out here. Got the armor plate set up down there. It's crazy shadow, so hopefully y'all can see it good enough, but we'll go down there and take a close-up look at it anyway here in a second. So what my plan is, I'm gonna hit it with the 855 green tip 5.56. I'm gonna hit it with the 7.62x39, and then I'm gonna hit it with the 308, and then we'll go down there and check on it. I'm gonna hit one round of each of those, and then we'll move to the 30-06, and I'll probably take it to the failure point. So 855 green tip first. Let's see what we can get, y'all. Here we go. All right, I think that was a good clean hit. I'm pretty sure I see where I hit it at. So let's swap up and get the 7.62 by 39. All right, let's see what the old AK round can do to it. 7.62 by 39, 122 grain full metal jackets is what we're running into it. Like I say, I'm just gonna do one round on this one too. All right. That one there looked like a good hit. Let me grab that 308 and let's run one of them through it. All right, 308, the M8 148 grain full metal jacket. Looks like the 5.56 and then the 7.62 by 39 right up under it. So I'm gonna stay on the right side. We'll save the left side for the 30-06. So I'm gonna try to put this one on the bottom down there on the left side. Let's see what we can get, y'all. All right, that looked like a good clean hit. That definitely transferred some energy, but I don't see no juice or anything from either one of them. Let's go down there and check that thing out and see what we got. All right, y'all, let's check out what we got here. So looks like the 5.56 hit up around here. The 7.62 by 39, I think, was right around in there. And then the 308 was right about there. And I'm gonna tell you what, there's definitely some heavy damage right there from that 308. Let's pull it out and see what we got inside. All right, so y'all can see what we got here. The 5.56 hit up here. The 7.62 by 39 looks like it entered right there. There's a couple little cracks from spalling and stuff there. So 7.62 by 39 right there. And then the 308, you can see the entrance right there. And I mean, it really busted up a lot of that ceramic inside. And if you look on the back, of course, nothing penetrated. It stopped all those rounds, but you can just see the damage that it did to that plate. I mean, that 308, well, all of them really busted it up good. And that 308 really busted it up big time. I mean, you can see little pieces. I'm not gonna pull it out because I want it all left in there for intact, but you know, I can pull pieces of that ceramic out easily. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but and now that's what it's supposed to do. Don't get me wrong. That's not a failure. That stopped those rounds, and that's what this ceramic plate is designed to do, which is why some people, probably, to be honest, including myself, I'm a big fan of the steel, because if y'all remember, and we'll look at it here at the end of the video, but that 308 just put a little old dent in the steel. I mean, it barely put even a dent, to be honest with you, just a tiny little dent, and it was completely intact. Really no deformation on the backside whatsoever. And I don't know how well that's coming through, but that's a heck of a lump right there. You would be feeling that for sure. So I don't know, like I say, there's pros and cons of steel and ceramic, but let me stick this back in that plate carrier, and we're gonna work on this side in the middle over here with some 30-06 and see if we can get it to the breaking point where we can get something through it. All right, y'all, things done got serious out here now. We're going with the 30-06 here. Like I say, this stuff is supposed to be rated to stop multiple 30-06 AP rounds. So what I've got here is some 150 grain. Y'all saw it, the ballistic polymer tip stuff. I got 4 loaded up in here right now. I think what I'll do is I'll take a couple shots and we'll see if any liquid starts running out from the bottles back there, and we'll know for sure. If nothing starts leaking out, I'm gonna take the other 2 and then we'll go down there and see if it stopped them all. So let's see what we can get, y'all. Like I say, I'm skeptical. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think, but let's see what she does. All right. All right, that was 2. I don't see anything leaking out so far, so far so good on that. Let's go ahead and put these other 2 into it. And we got liquid coming out the back, y'all. Let's go down there and check that out and see what we got going on. All right, y'all, I haven't touched anything down here. This is just how I found it. I'll tell you what I can see. A bunch of ceramic pieces. I mean, a ton of ceramic pieces blew out over here. I don't know how well y'all can see that. Bunches of ceramic pieces blown out over here. The side of the carrier is blown out. I can see the side of the plate has blown out. But I think we've got a false alarm as far as it actually penetrating and going through into the bottle, because this is what I saw when I came down here. No hole in the bottle, but what happened, the bottle was caved in and the pressure actually busted the top of the lid off. So you can see there, no, it was caved in pretty good. So that would not feel well at all. That was enough pressure, like I say, to cave that bottle in and bust the top of that lid. I mean, it broke the top right off of it. So didn't go through, it don't look like, but let me pull this out of here and see what we got. All right, y'all, here's what we're looking at. I had to cut the plate carrier to even get this out because it was that much, it's expanded that much. So you talking about this stuff putting a hurting on you for sure with that much deformation. But like I said again, it did not go through here. As you can see on the back, no penetration at all, but massive deformation. I mean, you talking a huge amount of deformation on this. But I definitely do have to give this credit. It did what it said it would do. It stopped multiple 30-06 rounds. Now, granted, these weren't AP rounds, but I feel pretty confident that AP wouldn't really make any difference just because of the mechanism that this armor uses to stop these rounds, which is breaking it up. Not only did it stop it stopped three so far, 3 30-06 rounds, a 308 round, a 7.62x39, and a 5.56, all in the same plate, and no penetration. I think what I want to do, I really want to drive this to the breaking point where something penetrates. I'll be honest with you, you know, y'all can see, I didn't take it easy on it. These were very close grouped up here with that 30-06. So down here, it's still pretty intact, down here and up at the top. So I'm gonna put some more rounds through this with the 30-06 and see how many more it can take before it actually does get some penetration through it. I'm gonna try to cobble this thing back together as best I can, but let me get this set up and let's see if we can get this thing to the breaking point. All right, y'all, I got that thing cobbled back together down there. I had to use a piece of duct tape to hold that one side together where I had to cut it open, but it's back in there. So I'm gonna run, so far we're at 3 30-06 rounds. None have actually penetrated yet. So I got 4 more loaded up here. So we're gonna try these 4 here. What do y'all think? Y'all think it's gonna last through these 4? I don't know. We're gonna see though. Let's do it, y'all. All right, no liquid. And there's some liquid there. I don't know if it busted the cap off again or if it actually went through on that one. So that was the 5th round of 30-06 right there. Let's go down there and check it out. All right, y'all, we've seen it for the first time together again. Like I say, we put 2 more rounds in it, and then on that 5th one, we got a lot of juice out here. And just looking in the top at this bottle, that might have been the nail in the coffin there. Yeah, I think, oh yeah. I believe that's your entrance. I believe that's your entrance hole right there. Let's pull this thing out and let's see what we got. So here's the front view. Those 2 shots I took, one right here, one right here. This, actually the one right there was first, and then this one. This one right here was the one that did it. So it basically, it ran out of ceramic, it ran out of medium to stop it. And then if you see on the back, right there, there's your exit hole. Come right on through. So I mean, like I say, again, it did what it did, but let's go up there and let's talk about what we saw out here. All right, y'all, let's take a quick look at what we got here and then we'll wrap this up. So I've already filmed this outro one time, so y'all gonna have to forgive me. Some things are taken apart that wasn't supposed to be taken apart yet, but y'all saw what happened out here with the ceramic armor. It took several different rounds on here, as finally failed on the 5th round, had complete penetration on that 5th round, went in here, tons of deformation. Like I say, you had that last exit wound right there in the middle. I mean, just completely bulged out. Like I say, I've cut this off, but I didn't affect the deformation at all. A ton of deformation and a ton of expansion on the back of this armor plate. So came out right there. Then on the plate carrier, went in right there, came out right here. On the backside piece, it went through the towel and the bottle, went through the front of the back piece on this plate carrier, and then actually exited right here. And I actually caught the projectile. It was caught in this plate carrier. So there's your projectile. Now, as far as the condition of this plate carrier, as you can see, this side's still completely intact. Nothing came out this side. You had a little bit of spalling, it looks like, come out right here. Had some come out the front, obviously. And then on the side, it did bust it open right here, where the side of that plate actually busted open and you had some ceramic spalling happen there. It busted the plate carrier open right there. But the reason I'm mentioning that is, if y'all remember on that steel test, this is what happened after the steel test. I didn't cut any of this open. There was so much bullet fragmentation that it completely just ripped this plate carrier on all sides. I mean, that's a lot of lead bullet fragmentation coming out, going at arms, neck, chin, face, just all over the place. So like I was talking about, there's pluses and minuses of ceramic and steel, and this is one of the minuses of the steel. You get a lot more bullet fragmentation. Now, if you remember this steel armor, I'll leave a link if you hadn't watched the steel armor test video. Here's what was the deal with the steel armor. Now, this piece right here is the coating peeled off the front because it split it out of the sides where the bullet fragmentation happened. You can get a build-up coating on this steel armor, which I would highly suggest getting that build-up coating to cut down on the bullet fragmentation, because as you see, you get a ton of bullet fragmentation. On the ceramic, you don't really get the bullet fragmentation coming out. You get some of the spalling from the actual ceramic media, but way less or no bullet fragmentation of lead coming out. But on the steel you do. Now on the flip side, y'all, if y'all remember on this steel, we hit this stuff with all kind of rounds, including 30-06, which this is not technically rated for. And there's where that 30-06 hit at. A little dimple right there. And on the back, just a tiny little hump. So that's a big plus of this steel armor. You're not talking, it doesn't break apart like that ceramic. It doesn't give near as much, because you're talking about that little hump versus this massive deformation on that ceramic armor. That's going to put a hurting on you now. It ain't no doubt about it. It stopped the bullet, but that is absolutely going to put a hurting on you. But as for the ceramic one, again, like I say, I cut this open on my first attempt at this outro when I didn't have my camera running. So I cut that first layer off. I figured if some of y'all is like me, you'd be interested in seeing what's inside here. So it looks like what we got here is a two-part system in this ceramic composite. You've got some kind of polymer, some kind of poly type material that's in layers here, several layers of that. So that's what stops it after it breaks up into ceramic. And as you can see, it's almost like it shreds it or melts it, is how it stopped the projectiles in there. So you got that, and as you can see, that one came out, but you can see the deformation. This is where you get all that deformation, and this stuff is hard, buddy. I mean, that's some hard stuff. So you got that, and then of course inside are all your little ceramic squares, and you can see that that's the mechanism that causes this armor to work like it does. It just breaks up the projectiles. It's very similar to that homemade body armor I made that was full of rocks and cement. Now, of course, this is a much higher level, a much more professional job, much lighter and much more manageable, but same type of deal there. It just breaks the projectile up with these little ceramic squares. So you can even see here's a couple of the ceramic squares still intact right here. So pretty neat stuff. I figured some people probably be interested in seeing inside here. But I guess probably one of the questions would be, what camp are you in? Are you in the steel camp or are you in the ceramic camp? Me personally, I think I would take the steel with a build-up coating on it to help with that bullet fragmentation. I just like the way that steel seems to take hit after hit after hit and very little change in the composition of that armor plate. Now on the flip side of that, like we talked about earlier, is it is heavier. It's about what, 1.3 pounds I think heavier than the ceramic, which honestly is not a whole lot. And to me, the extra weight is worth the benefit of this stuff being able to take multiple hits and not deform. Now, some people may disagree, and the ceramic is a fine option, but I guess it just depends on what kind of situation you think you might find yourself in. But I've rambled on long enough, y'all. We're going to end it off right there. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think about these armor tests. Which one would you prefer, the steel or the ceramic? If you did enjoy the video, make sure you reach down and hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification button so you can get notified when I upload new videos. Check out all my affiliate links down below in the video description. I'll also leave some links to this RTS Tactical, to the hard plate and the ceramic plate. If y'all want to check some of these out, I'll leave some links down below for that. I appreciate all my Range Gang members and every single person out there who supports the channel by watching the videos, by hitting that thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and again, leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think about these armor tests. I got to get a move on out here because I got several more things planned, so y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.